Alone and unsure in the Arizona desert, Emma Dalton takes a job cooking for cowboys, never realizing one of them owns the land she stands on. Watch how skill, determination, and quiet courage change her life forever. Like, subscribe, and tell us, where are you watching from? Let's get started. 1903, Arizona Territory. Emma Dalton stepped off the stagecoach and onto the sun-baked earth of the sprawling cattle ranch. Her suitcase worn at the edges, her fingers clutching the handle with a mix of nervous anticipation and hope. Dust swirled around her boots as she took in the endless horizon, the low hills and the corrals filled with restless cattle. The ranch stretched farther than her eyes could see, a labyrinth of wood and stone, with smoke rising from chimneys and the faint clatter of hooves echoing in the distance. She breathed in the dry, copper-scented air, ready to begin a new life. The ranch hands paused in their work, leaning on pitchforks and fence posts, their eyes following her every step. Emma felt their gazes prickling against her back as she approached the main building, her suitcase tapping softly against the wooden boards. Inside, the kitchen smelled of wood, smoke, and flour, of bacon frying and bread baking. She tied her apron, smoothed her hair, and tried to steady her racing heartbeat. For the first time in months, she felt she had a purpose. She would cook, feed these men, and prove her worth. She moved to the counter, laying out ingredients with careful precision. Eggs, milk, fresh flour, supplies she had carried from town lined the worn surface. She cracked eggs, whisked batter, and let the aroma of rising dough fill the room. Outside, the ranch buzzed with the day's labor, the cowboys calling to one another across the corrals, the distant bark of dogs, the creak of leather harnesses. Emma worked silently, the rhythm of chopping and stirring grounding her nerves. Her hands moved with a precision born of practice, each motion deliberate, each movement measured, as though she were weaving the first thread of a new life. A sudden hush fell across the kitchen as one of the cowboys, tall with a sun-weathered face, paused in the doorway. His hat shadowed his eyes and he leaned against the frame casually, yet there was a weight to his stance that made Emma's chest tighten. She glanced up, offering a polite nod, and returned to her work. The men were used to new cooks coming and going. Few lasted more than a week. Yet something about his presence made the room feel smaller, charged, as if her every movement were being scrutinized not just for skill, but for character. Emma carried bowls of dough to the fire, the heat wrapping around her like a second skin. The flames danced and flickered, casting long shadows across the walls. She adjusted a pan, watching the bread rise, golden and fragrant. The cowboy remained in the doorway, silent, his hat tipped low, observing her in quiet appraisal. She felt exposed under his gaze, but she refused to let it shake her confidence. This was her livelihood, her chance to carve a future. The kitchen smelled of possibilities, of bread and sweat and fire, and Emma Dalton was determined not to fail. Hours passed, the sun climbing higher in the sky, bathing the desert in heat and brilliance. Emma moved with precision, serving breakfast to the cowboys as they gathered in the dining hall. The men's rough voices carried across the room, laughter and conversation mingling with the clatter of plates and silverware. She delivered food with careful balance, their eyes glancing up at her with curiosity, a few with subtle admiration. The tall man remained silent, watching from the back, assessing her movements, as if he were measuring more than skill, perhaps patience, resilience, or strength. At midday, the work became relentless. Emma refilled water, chopped vegetables, stirred soups, and tended the fire. Sweat soaked her blouse and her arms ached from lifting heavy pots, but she pressed on. The cowboys ate heartily, satisfied by her efforts, but the quiet scrutiny of the tall man remained a constant presence. He moved occasionally, hands resting on the edge of tables, listening to their conversations, yet never intervening. She had no idea he owned the land beneath their boots, that the ranch, the cattle, and even the kitchen she stood in were under his watchful care. By late afternoon, Emma allowed herself a brief moment of respite. She wiped flour from her hands, staring out the window at the endless desert stretching beyond the corral. Cattle grazed lazily, the distant mountains shimmering in heat haze. She felt a quiet pride in her work, in the smells of fresh bread and cooked meat filling the air. Yet, a subtle tension lingered, a knowledge that the quiet man's eyes followed her, unspoken expectations hanging in the air like dust motes dancing in the sunlight. She brushed it off with determination. She was here to work, not to be judged. The kitchen became a place of rhythm and routine. Emma moved with practiced grace, chopping, stirring, carrying, and cleaning. The men relied on her meals, their days made easier by her diligence. She noticed small gestures, the quiet man stepping forward to adjust a pot on the stove, offering advice in low tones, his eyes never leaving hers. Though brief, the interactions carried weight, a subtle testing of boundaries and skill. Emma realized the man was more than a simple cowboy. He was deliberate, discerning, a presence she could not ignore. Evening approached. The desert sky painted in shades of amber and rose, signaling the end of another long day. Emma set the tables for dinner, arranging dishes with care, the aroma of roasted meat mingling with the lingering scent of bread. The cowboys gathered, tired but content, murmuring their approval. The tall man finally approached, removing his hat, and for the first time spoke directly to her. "You've got skill," he said simply, voice low but confident. Emma nodded, offering a polite smile, her heart beating faster under the weight of his gaze. Dinner passed in quiet harmony. The cowboy's chatter filling the room while Emma moved efficiently, ensuring plates were full and mugs refilled. She sensed the tall man's watchful attention with every movement, yet it was no longer intimidating. Instead, it spurred her to greater focus. Each meal, each gesture was an unspoken test she passed silently. The kitchen, once just a room, became a stage where Emma Dalton's determination, skill, and quiet strength shone through, as night fell. Stars emerged above the desert like diamonds scattered across black velvet. Emma closed the shutters, washed the last pots, and hung her apron, hands aching but heart full. She glanced toward the tall man, now leaning against the doorway, his expression unreadable. Yet there was a glimmer of approval in his eyes. She realized she had not only proven herself to the cowboys, but had also captured the notice of the man who owned the land, who watched with careful judgment and quiet pride. Emma stepped outside, the cool night air brushing against her flushed skin. The desert stretched endlessly, the scent of sage and dust filling her lungs. Somewhere in the distance, the cattle lowed softly, and the occasional hoot of an owl punctuated the stillness. She exhaled a long breath of relief and accomplishment. Today she had survived, worked, and shown her worth. And though she did not yet know it, the quiet man's intentions were no longer hidden. Tonight had laid the foundation for a connection that might shape not only her work but her life on this ranch. The moon rose over the desert hills, casting a silver glow across the corrals and cabins. Emma Dalton, exhausted but proud, leaned against the porch railing, looking out at the vast land before her. She thought of the journey that had brought her here, the uncertainty she had faced, and the small victories she had won. The ranch was more than a workplace. It was a place where she could rebuild, find purpose, and perhaps even discover trust in the hands of a man who silently observed her every move. The day ended with quiet determination. Emma tucked herself into the small room provided for kitchen staff, the sounds of the ranch settling into night around her. She closed her eyes, thinking of bread rising in the oven, the steady rhythm of knives against wood, and the subtle but unmistakable attention of the man whose presence had hovered in the background all day. For the first time since leaving home, she felt a sense of possibility, an unspoken promise that her hard work, skill, and resolve might open doors she had never imagined. And in the stillness of the Arizona night, Emma Dalton understood one thing clearly. The desert might be vast and unforgiving, but within its endless expanse, she had found a place where her hands, her courage, and her determination could make a difference. One day, the quiet man who watched her would speak fully, and she would be ready. For now, the kitchen, the ranch, and the endless desert under the stars were hers to conquer. The late afternoon sun poured through the kitchen windows, casting warm golden light on the worn wooden counters and the scattered flour dust. Emma's hands moved in a rhythm born of exhaustion but honed by determination, chopping vegetables, stirring sauces, and arranging plates. Her sweat-damp hair clung to her face, yet she ignored the heat. All that mattered was her work. Outside, the distant lowing of cattle and the creak of leather harnesses punctuated the desert stillness. Somewhere beyond the corral, the quiet cowboy watched, silent and unassuming. Yet Emma felt the weight of his attention more than the heat of the oven. She carried a tray of fresh bread to the dining hall, the aroma mingling with the scent of roasted beef and simmering gravy. The cowboys paused mid-bite, glancing appreciatively at the warm loaves, their rough faces softening with gratitude. Emma forced herself to smile politely, her pulse quickening as she caught the faint shadow of the tall man at the far end of the room, hat tipped low. He leaned casually against the doorframe, yet every inch of his posture screamed authority. His eyes lingered, assessing, measuring, but giving nothing away. The realization that he owned this land did not strike her fully until later, when a glance from a foreman confirmed it. Dinner service ended in a flurry of clattering plates and satisfied grunts. Emma moved quickly, wiping counters, clearing trays, and stacking dishes with practiced precision. The cowboy approached quietly, not in the rush of work but in measured steps. His presence felt different now, calm, deliberate, attentive without interference. "You've done well today," he said, his voice low and steady, carrying authority without arrogance. Emma looked up, startled, unsure how to respond. She gave a small nod, cheeks flushing. Words seemed inadequate for the weight of approval in his tone. The desert air hung heavy in the room as if it too waited for her reaction. Later, Emma washed the last of the pots and pans, water steaming in the copper sink. She felt the cowboy's gaze from the doorway, steady, almost invisible, yet impossible to ignore. He didn't speak, only leaned against the frame, arms crossed, studying her in quiet assessment. The subtle tension between them was a language she had not learned but instinctively understood. In the desert, under the sun and the open sky, human character revealed itself in small gestures, in endurance and skill, and she now realized that every action she had taken that day had been noted, weighed and judged as twilight descended, painting the desert horizon in deep purples and soft golds. Emma stepped outside for a breath of cool air. The wind carried the scent of sagebrush and dust, stirring memories of home, of distant hills and simpler times. She adjusted her apron, smoothing flour from her sleeves, when the cowboy approached beside her. His boots scuffed lightly against the hard earth, and he tipped his hat in a gesture both polite and intimate. "Emma," he began, voice low but certain, "I've watched your work all day. You have skill and a determination that can't be taught." Emma's pulse quickened, a mix of surprise and apprehension filling her chest. "I thank you," she whispered, unsure how to address the man who owned the land yet remained so enigmatic. The desert wind carried away her words, but he seemed to hear their weight. "You've earned the trust of the men of the ranch," he said, "and I'd like you to stay. Not as just a cook, but as someone who matters here." The quiet authority behind his words struck her with an intensity she hadn't expected. This was more than a job. It was an invitation, a chance to belong. Night fully settled over the ranch, and the stars began their slow march across the sky. Emma carried leftover bread to the corrals, setting it near the horses and calves, the cool night air brushing her flushed skin. She felt the presence of the cowboy behind her, steady, silent. When she turned, he offered a small, rare smile, the kind that hinted at patience, understanding, and something deeper. For the first time in weeks, she felt unburdened by fear, allowed a space of trust and curiosity. The desert stretched endlessly, but she no longer felt alone in it. The next morning, Emma arrived early in the kitchen, lighting the stove and preparing breakfast before the cowboys stirred. She moved with quiet focus, each gesture deliberate, each chop and stir a testament to skill and dedication. The cowboy entered without announcement, watching for a moment from the doorway. She no longer felt scrutinized. Instead, a sense of partnership began to form, unspoken but tangible. When he finally spoke, it was simple and direct. "Your work matters. You've made a difference here." Emma's lips curved into a small smile, feeling both pride and something like hope. Over the following weeks, Emma settled into a rhythm on the ranch. She learned the men's routines, their quirks, their needs, and they learned hers. The cowboy whose name she finally learned was Daniel Harper continued to observe quietly, occasionally offering advice or assistance without undermining her authority in the kitchen. Their interactions were measured, respectful, each meeting of eyes a dialogue of trust and understanding. Emma discovered in him a man of principle, patience, and quiet strength. The ranch, once intimidating in its vastness and hierarchy, began to feel like a place she could call home. One evening, after a long day of tending to meals and supervising the kitchen, Emma stepped onto the porch to catch her breath. The desert stretched endlessly before her, painted in oranges and golds by the setting sun. Daniel Harper joined her, leaning casually against the railing, silent for a few moments as they watched the horizon. Finally, he said, "You've done more than cook. Emma, you've brought life to this ranch, to these men." To me, her heart swelled with a mixture of pride and something unspoken. The beginnings of connection, respect, and perhaps even affection, weeks turned into months, and the ranch thrived under the quiet stability Emma brought to it. The men worked harder, morale improved, and Daniel's watchful but not intrusive presence allowed her to grow confident in her abilities. One evening, after the day's work was complete, Daniel walked her to the edge of the porch. "Emma," he said gently, "I've watched you from the start. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. You've earned your place here, and I'd like it if you stayed not just for work, but as part of this ranch, this family." Emma looked out over the desert, the fading sunlight illuminating the hills, the corrals, and the cabins. She thought of the uncertainty she had carried when she first arrived, the nervous steps, the unknowns. And now, in this moment, she realized she had not only survived, but had flourished. She turned toward Daniel, her gaze steady. "I will stay," she said, her voice strong with resolve. "For the ranch, and for what comes next." The cowboy smiled, a rare, genuine expression as the stars began to shimmer in the darkening sky. Together they looked out over the land, the vast expanse no longer intimidating but welcoming. Emma had arrived as a cook, weary and uncertain, but she had proven herself with skill, courage, and determination. And in doing so, she had found a place where she mattered, and a man who would stand beside her not just as an employer, but as an ally, and perhaps something more. As night fully enveloped the desert, the ranch settled into calm. The horses nickered softly, the distant coyotes howled, and the scent of sage carried on the cool breeze. Emma and Daniel lingered on the porch a while longer, sharing quiet conversation and laughter, the unspoken connection between them growing with each passing day. The desert, once vast and lonely, had transformed into a place of opportunity, trust, and the promise of something enduring. And so, under the wide-open sky of the Arizona Territory, Emma Dalton's journey took root. From a nervous, hopeful cook to a respected presence on the ranch, she had carved a life from dust, sweat, and determination. Daniel Harper, the quiet owner who had silently observed her every move, had become a companion, protector, and friend. The sun set behind the hills, bathing the land in gold. As two figures stood together ready to face whatever the frontier would bring, side by side,